Greetings everyone, Eric here, and welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a bit interesting. What I thought I would do here is I thought I would make a quick video showing you guys kind of my recommendations for if you want to get into home studio recording for music and all. So I figured I would take you guys on a quick journey of just kind of looking through some different parts on Amazon and some different options for, you know, how you want to go about doing it. So yeah. Let's go on a nice little journey, why don't we? First off, I would just like to apologize for the lav mic if it gets ruffled by my beard. Can't really do much against that. I mean, I could maybe have tied my beard a little bit, which might have helped, but I'm feeling lazy today. I just don't feel like... I mean, you can see I'm wearing kind of like bum clothes right now, although I think I've worn this... Actually, yeah, I think I have worn this in a video before. Anyway, okay, so over here up on Amazon, I pretty much didn't like pre-plan or prepare any of this stuff. I'm just going to kind of type in things, hit go, and we're going to look at things. So when doing a home studio setup, you only need a few things. It's actually not that complicated. You need a some type of computer to run the DAW on, the digital audio workspace on. You need an audio interface to get any sound into your computer in a good way, like in a cleaner way, so you can at least get some clean sounds, and thankfully they're not that expensive. You need some type of microphone if you want to do vocals or if you want to mic something up. You obviously need whatever instruments you already have. I won't count that into the price because I'm just assuming that you already have some. And then obviously you will need a digital audio workspace or DAW. Thankfully, there are some cheap options. I'll show you one in a moment. So first, let's just kind of deal with the kind of big thing here is a computer. Now, I'm going to assume that you already have a computer. Either you have a desktop, a laptop, a Mac, doesn't matter. If you already have a computer, then you're good on that front. I'm sure if it's good enough to do most things on the computer, like web browsing and stuff like that, then it is more than capable of recording music. But obviously, let's say you don't have one, or let's say you have a really old one and you're looking to upgrade, then you have a few options. Obviously, if you want to go real crazy, you can just do a you can buy a pre-built computer, have some company make it for you, or you could just go out and go to Best Buy, go to Walmart, go to any convenience store. Even here on Amazon, you could probably just look up a regular desktop computer. And you can see they're not that expensive, especially if you get renewed ones. And any of these would really do fine. Like anything with the with Intel on it, you would especially. This is the important thing: is the RAM. You definitely want a decent amount of RAM for doing this kind of stuff. But again, if this is what you can afford, this is what you can afford. And you can see you can get a lot of these Dell Optiplexes. Something about the Dell Optiplex, like you can get so many of these things. And Amazon obviously covers you for 90 days. So you can easily pick up one of these things. It's more than capable of doing everything you need. As you can see here, it's got the different outputs you need for your monitor and stuff like that. So for a system like this, obviously you would need a monitor. Just get a cheap monitor. Something like that. But as you can see here, it's really easy. Here's an HP all-in-one for like $430. Don't get any of this stuff. This like gamery thing. If you're gonna get from like iBuyPower or CyberPower, please go to their websites directly. Look up some guides on building computers and stuff like that, and good PC parts and stuff like that, and make sure you at least know what parts you should get, what parts go well together, stuff like that. And if you have any questions on that, please leave them in the comment section. I would be glad to kind of go over some of this kind of stuff. But anyway, you have this kind of setup. You have basic cheap things like these HP Pro Desks. Like you just want anything that has at least 8 gigs of RAM. Like 8 gigs of RAM is about the minimum you want to go for Windows, especially on Windows 10. So I would not go any lower than 8 gigabytes. But if you can, and it's relatively affordable, you can get a 16 or get an 8 gigabyte model, and then you can upgrade it later on down the road if the computer will allow you. And most of these computers can easily be upgraded. There are showing, like some of these things are actually showing like keyboard and mouses. Oh yeah, and some of these actually will include keyboard and mouses. Okay, that's cool. So there you go. You got almost an entire setup, and then you can just quickly. If I were to type properly, computer monitor, you can just look up a quick computer monitor. You can get a 24 inch, that's 75 hertz. You don't really need that, honestly. Like, you can get like whatever the cheapest model that you can find, really. Something that around like the 24 inch model. Obviously, because I look up things a lot, some of these options are going to be tailored for me. So some of these prices are a little crazy, but yeah, you can see, just make sure you get a 1080p monitor, at least 60 hertz. That's the refresh rate. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need. I wouldn't get any of these 1600 by 900. Those are, I mean, if that's all you can afford, go for it. But if you can afford, please try to get a 1080p monitor, because 1080p really does help. But as you can see, you can get stuff like that for not a lot of money. Like, you're talking like $120 and crap like that. Some of these things aren't even showing for some reason. Amazon is so weird when it doesn't want to show prices for anything. You have to like click on the sellers to see what they're selling things for, which is annoying. But really easy to get a monitor. You can even get one secondhand on like eBay. You can find tons of things on eBay. If you look on eBay and just look for a 1080p monitor, around 24 inches is usually pretty good. And make sure it has 60 hertz, and make sure its display outs match your display ins on your computer. So if your computer has HDMI, you want your monitor to have HDMI. If it only has DVI, you want DVI. If it has DisplayPort, you want DisplayPort. Like, it's pretty much they coincide with each other. So getting a computer, super easy to do, and you can just go in the used market, and like you see all these like renewed Dell Optiplexes, go on eBay. You'll find people selling these things all the time. But getting one renewed with the guarantee from Amazon is definitely a smart way to go, because that can save you some headache and hassle later. So I would definitely do that. Next thing we're going to look up, obviously, is the audio interface. Now, the first one I'm going to recommend is the Behringer. Let's see, let's see if I can find it here. Some of the Behringer products, like the UM2, you can get it here for like $104. It looks like it's actually on sale here. These are one-channel devices, which are pretty good. If you want to have an extra channel, you can for $200, but you don't need to. But yeah, this little thing is amazing. It has some pretty good preamps. Now the Xenix preamps aren't as good as their Midas preamps, which you pay a little bit more for that, but it's really good quality for what you're getting. I was just about to type that, but you can also get something like PreSonus Audio Box, which gives you 2 inputs for $100. You're getting 2 inputs. It's usually should also give you some outputs. There you go. You have your main out, which is left and right, and you have your headphones out, which is really good. And then you have your inputs here. You have 2 inputs. These inputs are actually combining XLR and 1/4 inch. Really good, really handy. That's becoming a standard now. And you can also see it has the, here, let me actually do this. You can see here it has the 48 volt. That is for powering microphones. Like, certain microphones need power. So that's definitely something you want to look at. It's very small. It takes up like no room. You have all your main controls here. But then again, like I said, in the back, you have your main outs, which you can send to speakers and stuff like that, especially if you get some like studio speakers for pretty cheap. Pretty cool. You have your headphones out, which you can just use your headphones for that. And then, of course, you have MIDI. MIDI is cool. I can talk about that a little bit later in like an extras thing. And this thing plugs directly in your computer through USB, and it powers through USB, so you don't need any like external power bricks or anything like that. So that's a really good option. I know PreSonus also has a bundle. Let me see if I can find the PreSonus bundle. Okay, so I finally found it. So this is the PreSonus Audio Box kind of bundle, recording bundle. This is really good. So for $209, what you're getting here is you're getting the interface itself. Here, let me just bring this up. You're getting your interface itself. You're getting a microphone right here. This is an XLR microphone. It's a condenser mic, so it's really good to have here. You're even getting some headphones. Now, they might not be the best headphones in the world, but they're headphones. Like, it's something. Like I said, you get the microphone, which is their M7. I've never used it. I want to get my hands on one and try it out and see if I like it or if it's pretty good. So I might make a review of that. Who knows? We'll see how much it costs. You get Studio One 4. So this is really cool. This is actually an audio interface. So with this bundle, you can get an audio interface in the bundle, which is really cool. And the audio interface comes with a bunch of stuff. So you can see it comes with a bunch of your compressors, EQs, and all these other things that you need when mixing music. All of this stuff comes in. It's really awesome. So this is a really good bundle for $200 and some. If I had the extra money, I would definitely try to buy this so I can review it and let you guys know what I think. If you have a little bit more money, you can get this bundle, which is an insane bundle. So for $400 plus shipping, depending on your area, Now, obviously, the shipping times are a little weird right now, so hit or miss. You get a lot of crap. You get the interface, a headset. Also, the other one does come with cables. They both come with cables. Microphone. You get a pop filter, which is just to keep plosives from hitting the mic. That's when you say certain words that have a lot of air come out, like P sounds and B sounds and stuff like that. You have a lot of air. When it hits the microphone, it creates a popping sound. This filter cuts that air off so that it's not hitting the microphone and making a loud noise. Apparently, you get a nice microphone stand. That's really nice. Oh, you even get some like converting. Okay. You get more cables because you still get the audio interface. Well, you get Studio One 3, apparently, which is fine. That might still be 4. It probably just updates. But you also get a pair of speakers. Now, these are obviously not the greatest speakers in the world. They're like 3.5-inch speakers. That's the size, I believe, of the subwoofer here. That's the size they go by. These aren't going to be the most amazing speakers in the world, but for starting out, they're speakers. You put them on your desk. You plug them into the audio interface. You can play your music through them. You can even like watch movies and stuff. They're going to be good. They should have a good subwoofer system and stuff like that. I've never tried the PreSonus ones, but I know PreSonus makes good quality product. So, and these come as a pair. They plug into each other. So like this and these connect to each other, and it comes with those wires usually. But then you have like some controls back here, so you can control a few things, and then there's your ins and outs right there, which can plug directly into the back of your main in and outs. This is actually a system like I use. I have some Mackie. I think mine are 4 or 5-inch speakers. That's what I use for a lot of my mixing, but I also have some headphones. I use these Sennheisers. I believe they are the HD 559. They're pretty good. They're open back just for me, but I'm getting ahead of myself. That's way more stuff. But you can see they're actually a decent size, so they'll do some good stuff. And then, okay, this is how pop filters work. So this is what you're looking for with a pop filter. So if you have a little bit more money, you can go with that, but I understand that that's not always the easiest thing to come by. So this is much more affordable and kind of in a good ballpark. You can also, it's a little bit more money because of the brand. Focusrite is a really good company who makes audio interfaces. However, they are slightly higher end stuff. They do cost a bit more, but I do know that they have good products. So this is another bundle. It comes with a microphone, the interface, and headphones, as well as the cable, the XLR cable for the microphone. So these are all really good products. I believe, yeah. And then you also get Pro Tools First, which is the free version of Pro Tools. It's not amazing, but it's good. It's an industry standard. It allows you to learn the industry standard right now, which is Pro Tools. I might try it out at some point just to see how I like it, and maybe do a review of it, but it's definitely a good option, especially because it's free. But it does have limitations for being free. This is a very expensive program because it is a professional program. But this is another option. So this gives you your interface options. It even gives you some microphone options. So here's some good things to look at. But let's say you only get the interface and you don't get their microphones. I do have some microphones that I can recommend for kind of 2 different price points. So let me show you those real quick. Okay, so for the 2 price ranges that I'm going to keep with for at the moment, obviously these prices can change wildly, but my first option here is the Behringer C3 large diaphragm microphone. It is a studio condenser microphone. It's basically meant for for you to talk through and stuff like that. It needs to be powered. They have like a nice wide range. I own this, and I have it in the I have it over here in my recording booth. But basically any of the Behringer mics in the C series, they're cardio microphones that look similar to this, any of those for a good price that you find are really good. They're going to do you really good. They're really good, affordable products. If you're willing to spend a little bit more, this is the Audio-Technica AT2020. It's a well-known microphone. This microphone is used a lot. It's what I use for my streams. It's a really good microphone. Comes with its own little baggie, comes with a little clip on it. This is just a nice cardioid microphone, condenser microphone, so you just speak directly into it. It's really good, and it can pick up a lot of good tone in your voice and stuff like that. It plugs in through XLR, so it'll plug in just fine. And it does need phantom power, but thankfully any audio interface you get should have phantom power. And then you can get cables from Amazon for really cheap, so you're not looking at much price up from there. Now, obviously, a lot of these things have... you can spend a lot more money, apparently, if you get the apparently the streamer pack, which is kind of weird to me that they even offer something like this, because it's literally just coming with headphones. I guess the headphones are expensive, but I wouldn't really deal with much of that kind of stuff right now. I think you do better on your own, just buying the microphone itself and buying your other things. But obviously, you might want some extra things like microphone stands and stuff like that. Microphone stands are pretty easy to come by. Right there, Amazon gives you a tripod boom stand for $17. So I would go with something like that. That's great for recording. That'll allow you to stand and record, or you can have it off to your side and come in front of you, stuff like that. So that kind of covers a lot of the like physical media you need. Now, obviously, like I said, you could use some headphones, but I wouldn't stress over that too much. The speakers will do you just fine. But if you need some decent audio headphones, pretty much anything in the Sennheiser's kind of a line are really good. You can easily get some for like kind of your $50 to $80 range for some decent ones. You can spend a little bit more and get some of their really good HD ones. I used to have these $100 ones that were like the HD 88 or something like that. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, here we go. So I've owned these before, and they've actually come down in price, or at least they appear to. Oh, hey, and you can save some money if you buy it renewed. These are really good headphones. I can recommend these pretty easily to anyone who just needs a good pair of headphones. If you need open back, just get like the ones I have, like these ones, which are the HD 559s or something similar. You can also get them from like other companies. I would kind of avoid Bose because they're very expensive. But I know PreSonus makes some. I think Behringer makes some, but I wouldn't trust the quality all that much. Audio-Technica makes some. They're probably pretty good, but I've used Sennheisers, so I know that I like them. So I can easily recommend those to you without much hiccup. But yeah, why don't we move over to digital audio workspaces then real quick. Okay, the digital audio workspace that I recommend, it's a great purchase. I know a few people who really do love it because it's super affordable. It's got tons of tools that you can use. It's had all the tools you need to really do music. Reaper is the program I really love. And the thing I love most about it is, let's click on purchase. You'll notice there's two prices here. You have your discounted price, which is $60, which is amazing entry level. And then of course you have a commercial license. Now, they even tell you up here the differences. Is like, you may use the discounted license if you are an individual and Reaper is only for your personal use, or you are an individual or business using Reaper commercially and yearly gross revenue does not exceed $20,000 a year, or you are an educational or nonprofit organization. Now, here's the thing. If you're making over 20 grand a year on your music and stuff like that, I think you can afford the $225 for the upgraded for the upgraded license. So I think it's amazing. Like, Reaper is my favorite audio workspace. It's the one I mainly use. It gives you all the tools you need for pretty much anything you could want. So definitely pick it up. They've actually been updating things with Reaper version 6, so they've added a lot of tools and stuff like that. Look up the SMG Studios, the YouTube, it's a YouTube account, Spectre Media Group, Spectre Media, something like that. The YouTuber's name is Glenn Fricker. His YouTube videos are amazing. Check them out. He uses Reaper. He's used Reaper for a long time. He has a lot of great tutorials on it. So definitely check him out and check out some of his. And you can look up just Reaper tutorials on YouTube and find a lot of really good ones. So I would definitely say check them out and see if you can find anything that you like. But I really like Reaper. But obviously there are other options. Like I showed you before, PreSonus has their Studio One that you get with that one bundle. So if you get it already, then just use that. Like, just go ahead and use that. Pro Tools first. I'm not sure all of the limitations on it, so you would have to kind of research that as well to see what kind of limitations, or if the limitations are too much. That's kind of a case-by-case basis. And I know Cakewalk is another one that you can use that's really good. I don't have Cakewalk anymore, but I was planning on trying it out and seeing if I liked it. If you would like to see a video on Cakewalk, I would be more than happy to re-download it and see if I like it. So if you guys want to see it, because I think it's free, so use what you can. Also, you could just use Audacity. Audacity is completely free. It's very limited on what it can do in regards to like how well you can mix efficiently, and I think that's mostly just the UI is just kind of not intuitive when you're trying to do a lot of mixing and stuff, but it's free. It's what you can use. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you use this rough guide, this very dull guide. I just want this to inspire you guys to want to make music. I don't want any of you to think that you can't make music at home or that like you need a lot of expensive gear. You don't. You just need whatever you can find, whatever you can get. If you want to mic up a real guitar amplifier, let's say you have a combo or something, the SM57 is from Shure is like it's like $100 and it's the go-to mic. I highly recommend picking one of those up no matter what. It's a great dynamic microphone. But yeah, you can do it with free plugins. Literally plug your guitar directly into the audio interface and use a bunch of free amp simulators and stuff like that. If you would like to see a video on free amp simulators, please let me know. I'd be more than I might actually. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a amp sim video, probably after this one or later. But you can do it with your guitar. You can do it with. Let's see if I can do this without looking. Haha! With your bass. You can do it like that. For things like drums, if you have a real drum set, you can mic it with one mic, with 3 mics, doesn't matter. Just do what you can and just research it and understand that you can do this. Like, you can make great music at home for not a lot of money and basically do what you want to do. Be as productive as you want to be. So don't let any of this kind of stuff really like stop you from wanting to do this kind of stuff. Like, please don't let it stop you. So definitely check out all the things that I listed here. Check out more options, check out more videos. Please go and do more research on other videos. There's so much great content on YouTube of YouTubers doing this kind of stuff for a living, and doing this stuff really well. So please do some research. I hope this video helps you in any way. Please leave a comment below if you want to see any more music related videos, and give me some, like, suggest things that you want. Like, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, some products that you want my opinion on, please let me know, and I'll try to do more music related videos in the future. It's something I love doing and it's something I have a good passion for, so I definitely want to do that more and more and more. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you have not, if you would like to see more of my content. In the description below you will see links to a lot of the products I found. If any of these links are broken or unavailable, please let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to try to keep them up to date and stuff like that. I really, really, really hope you guys check this stuff out. Also, links in the description to any other way you want to support me in any other way. If you want to ask me questions more directly, I do have a Discord channel for pretty much my Twitch and for YouTube now. So if you want to get in touch with other viewers and just talk tech and talk whatever, link in the description where you can join the Discord. Yeah, I don't know, my brain shut off for a moment there. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, everybody.